I'm Katrina, and this is So and Tare. Let's talk pineapple guavas.
So another name for pineapple guava is feijoa. I'm sure that there are other ways to say it. But this is such an easy plant to grow. I'm going to put a link up in the top to last year's video. It has a lot more information, but I just want to do a short video showing you how easy it is to harvest these pineapple guavas. And you don't have to water them if you don't want to. You are going to get better fruit if you do water them. But it's one of those trees that the roots don't destroy sidewalks, so you can use them as a street tree. And the fruit, when ripe, is green. But people don't know this, so people don't recognize green fruit as being ripe, so you're likely to not lose your harvest. And I have these are not, most of the things I grow are edible, but this is bearded iris, and they're not edible, but they make a very soft landing for these. And then also, you know, random people aren't going to be going through these and getting them. So even if you get people that get the obvious ones, they're not going to be, you know, doing what I'm doing here. But I pretty much got all the ones over here, and in just that amount of time, we got quite a bit of fruit. Now, we have two of these trees. This tree tends to fruit before the other one over here starts. I don't know why. I believe they're the same variety. They're, I mean, unnamed to me. I'm sure they have a type, but the nursery I got them from, it just said pineapple guava, and super easy to harvest. So there's your easy to harvest video. Let's see if there's any over here. Usually this side of the tree gets ripe first, and then the other side, I don't know why. That's just how this one works. The other one tends to be more even. I don't know. But there's one more trick to do when you are harvesting. Oh, I just stepped on one. How sad is that? So, most trees, when you harvest, you want to wait until the tree wants to give you its fruit. So usually that's, you know, an apple, you just give a little tug, give a little twist, that's it. Don't yank on it. You know, if there's a pear, you literally just take it and lift it up and it'll come off. With these, they really are best when they're on the ground. But you never know, are they on the ground all day? You're not going to sit there and get them when they get on the ground. So what I do is I get what I can off the ground, and you might miss some, you might come back later and get some, but what I do is I just give the tree a little shake, and the ones that want to come off, come off. And you can see there's a few more, and I'm not shaking it hard. This is just a little shake. Give it a little shake over here. Those ones aren't ready yet. And what this does is it just allows the ones that are ready to come off, and the ones that are not ready can stay on. Now we gotta search for these guys. Now this year we have a lot of small ones, and I'm gonna think that that has to do with just the weather that happened this year. You know, we often have some small ones, but a lot of big ones. Like, that's a pretty average size for this tree. We have had them be like this big. If you get them in the store, they're going to be bigger. But they also don't sell the small ones. So I'm sure that those trees also had small ones. And yeah, I usually just sit on the curb and collect them off the ground here.
Now, if these were not street trees, I might just put down a tarp, and that might be a good idea too, a tarp or a sheet before you shake the tree even. But that would be easier to pick up. I don't mind doing this. It gives me a chance to kind of look and see what's going on in this area anyway.
There we are. And we're gonna get a harvest like this. It's not like you harvest the whole tree at once. You get a harvest like this every day for a while. So this is a eat as you go kind of thing, or put it in the refrigerator if you want to save up a whole bunch. But these are typically a little bit later than now. They're usually in December is when we usually get them, or November at least, but it's beginning of October, so this is unusual. They are not as sweet this year as they usually are, and I think it's because it's been so hot. Oftentimes a lot of the winter fruits are much better when they sit on the tree over a few frosts, and I think that's true with these guys as well, is that they're just a little bit sweeter then. But we can do all sorts of things with these. We've been eating them fresh. Last year I made jam. If you're making jam, I would play with a concentration of pectin. I kind of am feeling that you probably don't need it. I used pectin and it ended up super, super thick. So I believe they probably have a lot of natural pectin in them. And you can experiment with it. So this is a tree that if you are, I'm in USDA planting zone 9B. And so I believe these go down much further than that into the colder areas. They are evergreen, so that's nice. But they're really great trees, and if you are able to grow them in your zone, try it and do it. That's my advice. Just do it. Just grow them, and you'll get a harvest that is, they're not all going to be ripe at once. So you do have to be on top of it. If they sit on the ground a few days, that's fine too. But this is definitely a great plant to grow. You can grow it as a bush, you can grow it as a tree. These were tree types, and then they bushed out from the bottom, and I just let them go. They're great. Try them. So please like and subscribe, and share this with someone who lives in a warmer climate and maybe a cooler one. If you have grown this, go ahead and comment in the comments what zone you are in, USDA zone. I'm curious to see what the actual range is. Something that people don't realize is just because a plant has a USDA zone doesn't mean that it will not grow in other zones. So that's something to experiment with until you find the limit of that tree. So yeah, share this with someone and enjoy the day. Thank you for watching.